Living a life void of intentions can leave you lost, rudderless, unhappy, and unfulfilled.
When you set intentions, it's an act of stating what you intend to accomplish. It's really all about your mindset.
It is. And the clearer and more precise the intention is, the better the outcome's going to be.
Today, we're going to give you 3 steps to living an intentional life. And at the end, we're going to give you 6 thought starters,
Right.
things that you can think about as you're making your intentions to get you going and move you into an intentional mindset.
We started our retirement. We actually started our retirement with semi-retirement, the summer of 2018. And we had little or no intention set. We knew we were going to start this business, but we really had to finish out our time at work. But that summer, when we entered it, we really had stepped away from our day-to-day responsibilities at work. And I guess you could say that our intention was just to let each day unfold as it came.
Not unlike many of you, perhaps. And
Right.
maybe that's why you're joining us on this YouTube channel and are hopefully in our Facebook group. For a while it was fun,
It was.
but we knew it was not sustainable.
How'd we know that?
It certainly was not healthy. And we both were suffering a bit. We felt unfulfilled and lost.
And we carried that through the summer and then into the fall, and our retirement was at the end of the year. And it really was that first Monday, I don't know, December 20th or 19th, or maybe it was beginning of January, that we woke up retired and realized, you know what? We've got to really get our act together and live this next 30 years with some intention.
Let's get down to our 3 steps to living an intentional life. So the first step, we're going to kind of take you back for a minute, and it's to better understand what we mean. So here are some examples of intentions. I will lead by example.
That's a good one. I
Is
like
a
that.
good intention. So you're not actually saying what you're going to do, but your intention is about the process.
Right.
So I will lead by example by sharing my wisdom, showing a succinct and healthy physical wellness practice,
Right.
by eating well and watching my nutrition, and by being an example for my husband or partner.
Yeah, and we really do work hard at that, leading each other down a path by example.
Right.
I don't say you should work out more. I work out as much as I can. You work out as much as you can, and we talk about it. And
But
the
it's
same
not
thing-
just us. I mean, it's our children, right?
Well,
We have
yeah.
6 children who are at different phases of their life, and yet we find them watching what we're doing in this phase.
Right.
And it's important to lead by example.
Yeah.
So that's a good intention. What's an intention you could think of?
Another one is I will love you unconditionally. How about that?
I love that.
And I do. That's a big mindset shift for me. Not about Jody, but just loving someone unconditionally. Now, as far as Jody goes, the practice that I have every morning in my journaling, the first thing I do in my journal every single day is I write about 3 things I'm grateful for. And the first one is always Jody. And over the last 5 years, I have really made our relationship bulletproof. I love you no matter what. And you know what? It's easier. It feels good. There's no question in my mind.
And you need to be honest with the viewers, because it's always not ultimately clear, let's say. So it might be,
well, you can
I
still
love
get under
Jody-
my skin.
I love Jody for her sarcastic wit.
Yeah.
Dot, dot,
Well,
dot.
I always do put a comment. I don't just put your name. So
So it's not always for things
Yeah.
that are positive.
Right. So
But-
the other one that we talk about a lot is trying to see the goodness around us.
Right.
Right.
And an intention there could be something like, I intend to see the goodness around me.
Right.
So it's from the minute you wake up, it's that choice you make and the journey you put yourself on.
And the filter you have when
And-
you look
right.
at things and talk to people.
So I'll give you an example this morning, and I get up every morning super early and head to yoga. And sometimes there's traffic, sometimes there's people and bicycles and different things. And my intention is to see the goodness. And I saw 6 cardinals today
Did
in
you really?
different spots along my way
Wow.
because I was behind a super slow driver. So instead of getting all charged up about that, I relaxed into it,
Right.
looked out the window, had the music on, and I thought, wow, this is kind of nice. So
You know, having patience takes intention. It's a
does.
mindset that you just let it, if it's things are taking longer, you just be okay with it.
So that first step, you have to kind of
Right.
work yourself through this idea of intention as your journey.
So the second step, as we talk about living a life full of intention, is when you frame your intention, we want you to do it in the present tense and a positive tone. So instead of saying, I will stop being so stressed, first of all, it's negative and it's future tense because you're going to stop. Make it positive and present. So a different way to say it is, my intention is to invite peace and calm within myself today. I don't know if you want to add to that, but it's a different way to do it. I'm so stressed I have to stop.
So the
This
reason
is different where you wake
it
up
is.
and it's just, I'm going to be peaceful and happy and calm today.
And there's a reason why, if any of you practice yoga, that the first thing you
Right.
do on your yoga mat when you're in your class and you're on your mat and you're breathing and you're getting in tune with your body, the first thing you're invited to do is set an
Right.
intention.
For the practice.
For the practice.
Yeah, and the day, right?
And
yeah,
the day,
yeah.
and sometimes it includes a person. And so
What was your intention today?
my intention today was to invite calm into my morning.
Oh, and how did I do with that?
Well,
did I disrupt it at
It
all?
was less about you and more about the guy in the blue Ford in front of me as I was
Oh.
trying to race to yoga. But yes, but anyway, so the third step is to make these intentions, and listen to this for a second,
Yeah.
aspirational, adjustable, and attainable. So
Right.
let's break that
And
down.
part
a
of
little
that
bit.
is so that you don't fail and give up.
Right, right. So let's unpack it. So an aspirational intention should feel good when you say it.
Right.
It should be something that when you focus on it, you know the outcome will be positive.
And that was that example, about you will invite calm and peace into your life today. It sounds good. It feels good.
Right.
And if you can accomplish it, you're going to feel great.
Right.
The adjustable part is, sometimes when you set an intention, sometimes you have to tweak it. Maybe you bit off a little more than you can chew. So instead of stopping the intention, change it to fit your needs. I mean, you wouldn't change calm into your life, but let's say your intention is to lose 5 pounds this week and you lose 3, and you get all upset with yourself and you stop. You just have to be easy on yourself and keep moving forward.
See, I'm going to challenge that a little bit because instead of choosing a weight goal,
Right.
and goals are different than intentions.
Right.
Remember, intentions are the journey.
It's a mindset, yeah.
So I recently lost about 35 pounds, not with the intention to lose 35 pounds,
Right.
but my intention was to stop hiding in photographs. And that was pointed out to me by one of our children. Mom, you're always in the back. Mom, you're always half in. Mom, you're always taking the picture, you're not in it. My intention became to feel good enough to be present in the photographs.
You
And
never
then
told me that, by the way.
The weight started to come off.
You never told me that.
Sometimes you keep your intentions to yourself.
That was really sweet. That was the reason. I'm so proud that you've lost the weight, but I also am so moved by that was part of the reason. I like that.
Yeah.
That was really...
We have a lot of family gatherings and I'm hiding in the pictures.
Look at you now.
Or taking them.
Taking 'em.
Anyway,
So this whole idea of it wasn't a weight issue for you. It was going to the gym
Right.
every day for 2 weeks, doing yoga. But this is a 6-month journey. This is actually a life journey.
but that's
So-
what intentions are.
That's
Intentions
right.
are the journey.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, that's where you make
Right.
the work happen.
So, and the last is attainable. The intentions have to be attainable. You clearly shouldn't start out by saying, I'm going to go to the gym twice a day for the next 2 weeks. That's just too much on yourself. Go 3 days a week to start, and then move it to 5. Make it so that it is attainable, and you start to get some results.
And even combine, right? So like combine your weight, your
Right.
your gym and your nutrition all
All
together
together.
to create again that journey.
Yeah.
You know, one tip we want to give you is to share your intentions.
Right.
Share them with family or a friend or even on social media. A lot of people are doing that now. And when you put them out there, your chance of succeeding is going to go up dramatically.
We're big believers in the universe. And if you tell a lot of people what you're doing, the support comes back, the change takes place, people notice, and they become a fan of your journey.
Advocates.
Advocates, that's the word I was looking for. So, how about 6 thought starters to help you come up with some intentions of your own? So, first of all, what matters to you most? I want you to pick something. Is it weight? Is it looks? Is it nutrition? Whatever it might be, pick something.
And you know, another thing, you know, so you pick what matters most, but also maybe pick something you want to let go of.
Right.
Maybe it's a bad habit.
Bad habit, sure.
Or something that's not serving you any longer in your life at this point.
Here's another thought. Who is someone in your life you'd like to forgive? Now, this is such a hard thing to do for a lot of people, but it relieves such a burden off of your mind and your heart and your soul when you can actually forgive somebody.
Yeah, you know, it's a hard one for me. I know it's easy for you,
Right.
and you've lived a life of just ultimately
Right.
forgiving. But it's one that I'm reminded of
Right.
every day that I know I need to still work on.
Right.
And here's another one. You know, think about what you're grateful for.
Sure.
You know, are you living a grateful life? And start to write down and break down the characteristics of your grateful life.
Or what is the fear you want to overcome? Think of something that you've always been afraid of, but now in retirement, you have this free time. You have the ability to learn. You can get some coaches to help you. Find a fear you want to overcome. And the other thing is, the last one is, what about something you've always wanted to learn? Whether it's a language or an instrument or a new hobby. But there's so much out there now to help you with that. So these are just some examples of what you can do to challenge yourself to come up with your own intentions.
And you know, this isn't easy. This might be a hard change for you, moving from setting goals to setting intentions. But once you get into the practice of living an intentional life, everything will begin to change.
And the changes are that you reach your goals, your retirement becomes brighter, your relationships improve, your whole life gets better when you start to live intentionally. Now, if you guys enjoyed this, please share it with your friends, and also please subscribe by clicking the subscribe button.
And finally, join our free Facebook group. There's a lot of community that's happening there. The link is in the notes below.
Thanks for listening, and we look forward to being with you again next week.